So today's topic is, how do I set up a business? Now, actually setting up a business and the mechanics of it, and registering it with Companies House in the UK, here in the UK, is not that complicated. There are lots of internet providers, there are lots of companies online which will actually do it for you at quite a small fee. So don't be fooled into thinking that you need to go and see an accountant or a lawyer or a specialist and pay thousands of pounds to set up a business. You can actually do it online for less than £100. Obviously, if there's some complexities surrounding the setup of the business, you want to make sure you get the right advice and it's set up properly. But for me, how do you set up a successful business? These are the key questions that I think you should be asking yourself. So I would say having the right foundations is really important, and also having the right kind of operating model, your processes, these types of things, how you're going to run your business, that's really important as well. So if we start with the foundations of the business, that's the why are you setting up this business. Make sure you understand, I know it sounds obvious, but bear with me on this. Make sure you understand why, for your personal values, personally, why are you setting up this business? What need is this going to fulfill for you? Because when you know why you're doing something, then it's easier to find the how, and it's easier to push through when things are not working out. That's what's going to help you get up when things are not going as you want. Because when you believe in something and you know why you're doing it, it doesn't matter how many times you fall over, you'll just get back up again and you will persist. That is key in setting up a business and running a business. As an entrepreneur, you have to persist. Other things that are really important in layering the right foundations for a business are ensuring that you have an idea of your ideal client. So who is your client? Who are you targeting? You can't be targeting everyone. You need to make sure you pick the group of people that you want to target, and then not just launch your idea onto them. You need to, even before you've started building up the business, what you need to do is start mixing with these circles of people, networking with your ideal clients, and doing things that you wouldn't normally do in a 9 to 5 if you are in a 9 to 5, but asking them, what do they want? Would they pay for this? Because if you ask your family and your friends and your colleagues, their support for you will be quite positive. So they might say they'll buy anything you offer them, but you want to be able to make sure that your client is going to pay for this. So ensure that you network online, ensure you network with the right people face to face, and this will all feed into the solution that you provide for your client. So a lot of people get stuck on an idea, they come up with this great idea and it's quite new and it's quite unique, and they just want to launch it because they get so excited. But if nobody wants that, then you're not going to make any money. And part of setting up a business is making money and having that financial freedom that you want. So you don't want you don't really want to be in that situation, I'm sure. Other things that I wrote some of these notes down. So make sure your idea actually solves your customer's pain point. Another thing that I think, the second factor that's really important is making sure that you have the right framework in place, the right processes in place, the right kind of, you have a loose structure of how you want the business to operate. So, how often will you collect cash from customers? Those types of policies, because they really impact your cash flow. So you need to have terms and agreements. You need to think up front, how are you going to operate this business? So when you get really busy, do you have the support and the structures in place? So maybe like freelance workers or contractors, or can you outsource work without losing the quality? Because a lot of entrepreneurs try and do everything themselves, and you can't do everything yourself. There are experts out there that you can outsource your stuff to allow you to focus on the core vision of your business. Now, if you want immense growth and you want to dream big, you can't do it on your own. You can start off on your own, you can lay the foundations, but very soon you need to be able to start bringing the right team in place. So make sure up front you plan your operating model and how you want things to pan out. This includes setting your vision out for the future, your 5 to 10 year vision, understanding the strategy you'll follow, the market you'll follow, the types of clients you want to attract. These types of things are really, really key in making your business successful, because when you spend time planning all this up front, then that will help your business be successful. And when you're asking yourself the right questions in the beginning, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable. You might need to change your idea, but it will stop you from making the mistakes and failing like a lot of businesses do. So yeah, those are my tips, and in a very, very quick tutorial on what I think you need to do to set up a successful business. So setting up a business actually is really quite easy, the kind of mechanics and the manual side of it. But making sure you have the right foundation in place, and ensuring you have the right operating model, the right vision. And one more thing, very important, is your business plan. You need to make sure you have a good business plan, and actually a lot of people get a bit scared of business plans. They think about, oh my God, the finance and numbers. It's actually not that difficult. What you need to get straight in your mind is what are your key assumptions. What if you're projecting growth for the foreseeable future, for sales or profits or whatever you're projecting, you need to have a good backup, as in, why do you think your business is going to do this? Are you comparing yourself to your peers? And you need to basically have a foundation behind your assumptions. So your assumptions for your business model are key, because they're the ones that feed into the numbers. The number side of it, if you don't know how to do it, it's not that difficult to find somebody to do it. So don't get bogged down in the mechanics of how the financial model is done. Have it right in your mind first. What are the key drivers for the growth that you're predicting? So I hope that's been useful. Please comment below, or comment on the Facebook page, or get in touch with me if you want to elaborate on anything more. Thanks, bye.